Hey guys, Enigmatic Gwichin here. We're headed out for a little line check, and guess what? It's actually cold. It's like 30 below. We got plenty of traps and gear and everything set up for a long day out on the line. All right guys, join us out there. Let's hit it. We're gonna sprucing this one up a bit. That fish has been there for a couple of weeks now. So we're gonna drop a little more here and add a little long distance call lure right at this spot. Right at the beginning of our trail. Snare fell down again. What in the world is going on? Very strange. Bright sunshiny day, guys. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a good one. Got some fish right here we'll be chopping up, and we'll probably put that long distance call lure probably up in this tree stand right here. Where's my little buddies, the birds, at? Let's see if they show up, huh? Little muskrat call. Get them coming in here. They're on their way. We're just shaving his head right here. We're not trying to take off too much. Making sure the birds have plenty of munchies here. Birds and squirrels, martin, all of them. Little bits is what we're going for here. Over there, but that's it. Throw a little bit of the long distance call on here, and this spot is good to go again. So to keep from having to continually pulling bait out of my pockets or out of somewhere on the sled with this lure, what I do is that I'll drizzle it all over a bunch of sticks, and then I put it in a bag like this. So this bag right here is full of long distance call lure, and I'll have another bag with this Alaska Lynx cat lure. This one's just like a pasty stuff, minty. So this will go into another bag. And I won't have to put these gloves on ever again, because all I'll have to do is pull the stick out of the bag and place it where I need the bait or the lure, and we're set. You just gotta make sure I get enough on there, just like that. So then when I go down the line, all I have to do is pull one of these out and place it out there, and I don't ever have to put another set of rubber gloves on, and I don't have to worry about getting all that lure onto my wolf gear as well. So it's a pretty slick little setup. I figured this out a few years ago. And yeah, back to using lure. we'll see how it works. This one smells actually pretty good. The Lynx one's like really minty smelling. I like it. The first long distance call will go on the tree over there and on down the line. Lure in there, on to the next. This temperature is perfect for setting up trap line. At 30 below, the snow is nice and dry. As dry as it's going to get at least. And it makes it pretty easy to set up traps in there without having freeze-ins. Simplified trapping in cold weather up here. I only have about a month left of actual cold. But you never know. Bait hasn't been touched there. No need to stop. Keep on going. Set a Lynx track on the trail. Pretty fresh too. There's not a whole lot of frost inside of his track, so this is a fairly fresh one. He walked off the trail and came back on. See how long he stays on here. Never know. The little guys have come and nibbled away. There's just bones left in there. I don't have any traps small enough for the little guys. We might have to bring some mouse traps out to set inside there. Because they're going to town on this spot. Oh, we'll get more in there and then move our way down. The moose walked right onto the trail here. And right back over in that direction. I want to say there's two walking through here. Could be a cow and calf. If it's a cow and calf, there's going to be wolves near. Lord willing. Grab a wolf trap. Oh, it's a bit deep. We're gonna grab a wolf trap and go back and set a wolf trap on that moose where the moose had walked through. More than likely the moose won't walk back through that same spot, but any wolf that's following right on his trail, because the snow is just so deep, yeah, a wolf is gonna be walking on his trail. So we're gonna grab a trap, chop a toggle down on the way back over there, set it. And yeah, it should be pretty good. Wolves like to follow in their tracks, so we'll try to take advantage of that. Yeah, this is ridiculously deep snow. Crazy. Whew. Those tracks are right over there. There it is, number 5. Just like that. Just like that. Now there's a wolf trap right inside this moose tracks, and we're gonna drive by this thing and knock out our tracks. But yeah, that's a pretty simple set. It's pretty effective. Moose don't normally walk across the same tracks again, they just push through wherever they feel like it. So the likelihood that a moose steps in it is pretty low, but the likelihood that the wolves following will step in it, much higher. Take my wolf trap gloves off. Try not to foul them up too bad. We'll get those packed away once we get around and back down the trail. No bait in these sets. This is just a blind set. All right, we're gonna knock all this down and head back out to the meadow to pick up our sled. We're keeping an eye out for moose, and what we're looking for is a little steam coming up. You'll see a little steam coming up out of the willows if there's a moose back there. I'm pretty sure that moose headed in that direction, but it's good to stop and scan. This kind of weather, that steam is going to blow off a big cloud, but I don't see any tracks here. But I'll keep an eye out for another couple of minutes before we head on. Oh man, it's beautiful. Look at all the frost just covering everything. No wind and cold. Perfect weather. Perfect weather for this. Last year I bumped into 3 moose right here towards the end of the season. So we're gonna make sure to keep a good eye out. Never know. Maybe have more opportunities to set wolf traps as well. So we'll keep an eye out. I'll add a little fresh bait to this one. See how that goes. A couple sets around the corner. Oh, thank you, Lord. Look at that. Right on. Pretty good, guys. He couldn't pull that toggle out, so we're gonna go knock a pole down and get the snare ready for dispatch, and we'll bring you back. It looks like a good cat. Nice set too. Look at that, he just came right in. You can see where he walked in on this direction. I saw his tracks right around the corner and we took off from the marten set back there. So thankfully he didn't bother the marten set. But yeah, he went straight over and into the trap. He wasn't able to pull the toggle out though, which is surprising. We didn't really pack it down that well. But we'll get the pole and I'll show you a little bit about what goes into the dispatch stick as well. We don't shoot lynx and traps. There's no reason to, and you can just use a snare on the stick. It's much more effective and very, very quick. All right, so we made us a snare pole dispatch stick. The snare on the end of this pole will allow us to reach out quite a ways to be able to dispatch them. All right, guys, I'll bring you back in a minute. Got this set remade. Little ribbon hanging up. Trap is right there. And beautiful lynx. Nice, beautiful lynx that we got in here. Whew. Right on. Number one catch of the day. Get all this tied down. Head around the corner. We got 330 over here. I walked over there and checked that one. There's nothing in that one. The lynx had actually walked up to that one, then came over back to this spot and got caught. He didn't eat almost any of the bait, so it's back in here. I repenned up the back, so hopefully no lynx will go through that. But yeah, awesome day. Temperature is holding pretty steady. The sun is still up, and we got a lot of trail left. Let's hit it. This big spruce fell across a tree a couple years ago. This leaves a little something, huh? Maybe something will come and dig a hole under there. We can set a 330. That would be perfect. Now we gotta get through this mess. Just this little touch of like frosty snow on everything has really helped. It didn't cover up the traps or anything too much, and it made it so I could see what's on the trail. It's perfect. This is that moose that crossed the trail a few miles in that direction. It's a few miles more in the loop, but a few miles that way is where he crossed the trail. We'll see if there's another toggle big enough to hold a wolf trap. We might drop a wolf trap there too. Right ahead of us is a 330 set and a marten set. We see little tracks. Yeah, only little guys coming in here. It looks like the fish is still hanging over there. They didn't pick it clean. But we got to make sure that that little trap is clear of snow, and we'll throw some more bait in there. Oh, it looks like there is a toggle over there. We can get a wolf trap set right over there in his tracks. It's all coming together, guys. Coming together. Got another wolf trap set back there in that moose track. Now we're chugging out of this spot. I'm gonna have to make sure to cover my tracks. I'll back the sled up over everything. I chopped some bait here and refilled up that 330 down there. So that one's good to go. But we got more around the corner. More traps. Oh, we gotta make sure to get out of our Trap'n gloves and into our driving ones. I got my mitts on my back here. If it gets cold, but I mean it's cold, but this is like a nice feeling cold. This is very energizing. Snow machine's running great. The sled full of traps is pretty heavy, but the snow machine's having no problem today pulling it, especially when it's not having to dig through a couple of feet of snow. Just a bit tippy though. Oh. I'll turn this over and head back out. That moose is close. Look at that. I don't know if this is the same one or a different one. He's headed in the right direction though. Keep an eye out. That's the direction he came from, so I'm guessing we're going to cross his trail again at least once or twice. Pretty cool. Oh, and another lynx. There's the lynx. We'll drop some bait before we hit the trail up ahead too. We have a fox set over there that's definitely buried in snow now, so we're going to chop some of this fish right here. We'll spread it down the trail and make sure to put a fresh chunk inside of that little cubby over there. Just like so. That's enough to give the birds a nibble, and we'll drop a good chunk probably off of the tail right over there. I know that fox stand up back here, so we're hoping, planning, praying, and setting it up. All right, let's drop a chunk. We had a marten come through. He took our bait here. But the snow was so deep that it didn't matter where this was set up because he could just jump right up, eat the bait, and he dipped out in that direction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a marten box probably right on this tree, right on this side, or actually we'll put the marten box right there. I think that'll be a perfect spot for a marten box, and most likely he'll come back. He's gotten one meal here. We'll make sure that there's bait just chopped up in this area too, to make sure when he comes back through, he's enticed enough to go up into that box. We actually have another marten set around the corner, so there's still a chance that he's caught over there, but we want to make sure that when another comes through, because they usually follow each other's tracks, we'll make sure there's another one sitting right here. And yeah, he's gone back and forth a few times. Right on that tree. That 120 Conibear sitting out over this old creek. Bait chopped. We snagged up that trap that was here. And we're headed to the next. Next marten 330 set's not far. Lord willing. Martin came by here. He went in and out of there. It looked like he even pissed a little bit right in the front. And I'm guessing he pulled the bait out back there too. All good. Rebait it and on to the next. Come on, drove up my trail here. Hope I didn't scare anything away. Both sets are untouched. Bait's still in there. We'll skim a little bit of bait just to have a little something extra here. And on to the next. Heading into some pretty cool looking forest ahead of us. Hopefully we'll bump into some grouse or ptarmigan. Either or would be nice. That trap is just nice and clean in there. That's weird. The bait's still back there. Huh. More sets ahead. More bait in this location. The Martin didn't make it this far down. My bait axe is getting all iced up. I've had this P cord on here for since 2019. Holding up pretty well. Oh, there's still some meat in there. No Martin here yet. The mountain looks beautiful from here. Looks amazing. Whole lot of snow up there though. Whew. Drifted hard. Get more bait chopped here. I'm getting kind of hungry though. Oh. Good day today, good day. Bumped into another set of moose tracks. It might be the same one. This one looks a little bigger. The bait got ripped off of there, but we're going to drop another piece of bait and we'll put some cat lure here as well. I'll probably hang the cat lure up and make sure that we get another piece of meat hanging there. Well, we know something took the bait, so better than nothing right now. Martin was here. He poked all around. I'm guessing he snagged up any bait that was in there. Kind of surprised. Oh, yep, he went through the back. Yeah, he was able to go through the back there. We're gonna put a new chunk of bait here, and we have no choice but to set another Martin set. So I think we'll do it right on this tree right here. But first, let's get some bait thrown in this bad boy. Make sure it's big enough that if he does drag it out, that he snaps that trap. So, yeah, there's a whole hole back there. That marten ate good here. He ate really good. All right, we got some bait under here. Small trap. Little marten trap right there, tied off. We put together this set back again and cleared this tree off with a marten trap on there. Should be enticing enough if that marten sticks around or comes back. Lord willing. Sun is starting to go down and temperature is dropping some more. But we're moving and no problem at all here. Seeing so much moose tracks today, don't usually see that much. So we're gonna keep an eye out for that. You never know. Well guys, I'm sitting on the edge of Big Lake, Bunchove. Right here is going to be duck blinds right here in the corner in a place that we call Willow Point. Stopping, made up a little mountain house, some cold weather MREs. Just staring out here thinking about some awesome times hunting on this lake. Back in the day when my siblings and us were kids, we had a camp along this edge, and we actually helped cut a trail along this side coming right to this point right here, Willow Point. We shot a lot of black ducks here. This was a spot to really kick it at. We actually, me and my daughter came here last, I think first week of June, right near the end of hunting season. So we came out here and set up and shot a few ducks just right out here past this grass. It's an awesome spot. Yeah, grabbing a quick bite to eat. The trail is not nearly as bad as it was last week. Not at all. It's definitely a gift from God right here, this lake being right here next to the village, or the village being next to this lake, I should say. It's a beautiful spot. Had a lot of snow, so we'll see about the runoff and how deep this lake actually gets this year. I think it's going to be pretty high. It was high last year, so I think it's going to be pretty high again this year. We'll see. No fish in this lake, but in a matter of months, there'll be birds all over it. Finish eating here. Head around the corner. We got more traps to set. It's going to be dark by the time we get back into the timber there, but it's all good. Beautiful day. Say goodnight to the Brooks Range in Vancouver. We still got some miles to go. This is the last trap we have on this end. Yeah, something gobbled that up. We lost squirrel tracks down here. Let's get something a bit bigger in that hole. I'm guessing that they tunneled in from back there too. I'll get more bait dropped in here and get ready for the next 330 sets that we're putting in down the way. Maybe a couple of snare pens as well. Temperature is still dropping. We'll see how long the batteries hold on the GoPro. So far they usually do pretty well. We got plenty of Lynx snares and bait and lure. Pretty good. Got 2 snares in. We walked the trail through up here to the snow machine. We'll try to pack it down pretty well. I drop one more snare right there and build a Lynx set right there with the trap. So this whole thing of snares here will come in handy when the Lynx start really poking around. But we'll get this put together. Looking pretty good here. We had a Lynx walk by right over here and one on the trail. So there's his track right there. They've been hanging here even since the week before last, so we'll be ready for them. So we had to dig down, geez, about 3 feet to find this old set. We got the 330 in there, boxed in, all filled up, covered up pretty good. We'll probably end up putting more spruce boughs on there the next time we stop by. Had snares back there, trap ahead. Alright guys, getting late. There's even a Lynx I walked back there. We got a couple more sets that we need to put back there before we can head on home. But it's getting late. We'll see how thick it is back there. If we end up just breaking trail will be worth it for tonight. But yeah, just a bit of snow in between here and there. Just a bit. Knocking good. No problem, thank you Lord. God bless. Almost 30 below. Well guys, another good trap check. Got another Lynx. Really appreciate y'all hanging with us. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave comment, questions, anything at all, any tips or tricks you want to share with me. If you don't tell me, then I don't know. So God bless y'all. We'll see you another night. Take care.